Let's move. Let's do this thing. Let's be something or other. Right, that's that. That's that. We should all be good. So. Hello, Internet. I'm the Iron Phoenix, and welcome to Stationeers, which we are initializing. It's going to take a little bit of loading time. I've learned a little bit since the last stream that I did on Stationeers. I can talk I can talk about it a little bit more. I'm going to start a new world on the moon. Create a new world. I learned something very valuable today, which I will share. Basically, solar panels, you need to put a glass pane on top, otherwise they don't do anything. Yeah, I thought there was something missing. I thought they didn't look very much like solar panels, but anyway. You should only be 5 seconds behind me. I'm not saying anything on my... There we go. Ah, yeah. There, I've had the wrong thing. Selected. Okay, so we start, you know, on the moon. It's almost like a crash landing type of thing, and we get a few things. We have 3 crates full of useful loot, and we have some duct tape. We've also got a portable tank, which is used for oxygen. Some consumable supplies, which are like spray paints and tracking beacons and the like. And where are the rest of my crates? Oh, they're down here in the crater. So we've got construction supplies here. Let's just vaguely drag them in. We've also got a portable air conditioner, and I believe this is an air filter. Yeah, the air scrubber. Okay, we need a base. We do desperately need to get our base sorted out. So, if I go into supply crate 1, if I go into here, we have iron frames. This is what we're going to need first of all. So I need to set up an airlock. I'm going to build it here. Yeah, we'll just build it here. So I want a 3x2 block. This is going to be my airlock. So that's going to be my airlock, and then in here will be my actual base. Seemed to be quite a good size for an initial base. Right, that'll do for now, just to get a rough plan sorted. And then if I go back into here, I've got the airlock kit. So let's get our airlock into place. So 1 there and 1 there. Of course, they're not actually going to do anything until they're powered, but we're going to deal with that in a second. Iron frames, no. Consoles, no. I also need to get my solar panel up, so I'll just ditch that. Nope, not the iron wall. I need that, and I need my frames. So in this situation, I'm going to have my solar panels over here a little bit. Yeah, I think I can do that there, and then I can. Well, oh no, I need to upgrade it first. Let's just get... Can I just get that over here a bit? Nope, no. Thank you. Right. Just down here. Down here will be fine. And grab the other one as well. Yeah, I'm getting thrown around a little bit by the physics. There we go. I think we got it now. Right. So iron sheets we're going to need, and we're also going to need this. I've actually got quite used to this UI. It's a little bit clunky when you first start, but actually it's good enough. Actually, it does the job. It's probably a little bit faster than using more standard sort of drag and drop UI, which is a little bit of a point of contention at the moment on the forums. People who just want what they've always had. Oh yeah, I need to do these frames as well. So the bog standard iron frame you can't walk on. It's just a sort of a layout, and then you can upgrade it twice. I'm just doing the initial upgrade. Oh, I've accidentally done the full one there. Yep, like that. Okay, let's put that away. The welders used to explode. They don't anymore. They used to explode in direct sunlight, but that has been disabled, which, I don't know, I'm reasonably indifferent about that, I guess. It was quite a nice mechanic to have them explode, so you know, you would work at night and yeah, you might work at night and actually sort of and mine during the day or whatever. But yeah, so we want this to be the other way around. Yeah. I need space for the cable to come in from the side. See, there are games out there that do this sort of thing, like Space Engineers. Space Engineers has a few issues with it. Let's just get that one. Yep, so that's that solar panel done. I need to just set this one up. So if I use the crowbar on this thing, I can then put that battery in there. And let's get this wired up so that we're at least starting to get some power into the system. Which I need straight ones for. Yeah, let's go straight, and then let's go into a four-way junction. Four-way will be fine for now. In case I get another power system, I guess. That'll do. Stick. Set that back in there. And that should be everything out of, let me see, active vent will be put in a little bit later. So that's now charging that system. That should be charging that system anyway. Yeah, so that's charging that one. If I get the solid generator, that's the one I wanted. Really, I want it that way around, but I can't. I could do it that way around and then just bend this round, I think. Oh, wait. That's... Right, just need to take this one up. E... Right, I need it to go... That, it needs to be that way around. I'll just have to bend the cable around. Because I need to be able to get to there. Yeah, alright, I can do that. I can deal with that. With a bit of modification of this. Okay, why is that not... It's generating power. Okay, I'll deal with that in a second. just running cable along here. Like that, right. So that's now got the basic power installed. And I can go and get some useful things later on. But for now, I need the iron walls. And get some of these in. So you can have multiple objects per block, which is quite nice to have, to say the least. There are games out there that don't allow you to do this. It's just literally one block per item, and it really sucks. I can quickly just do this. Right, that's the airlock done to a certain degree. I do need to allow myself to actually get into it, and what you can just do is use the crowbar on the airlock and it will forcibly open the airlock. Right, and then it's just a case of doing the ceilings. Like so. Right, so now that's all sort of that bit's blocked out, and I can put some frames on that just to get that finished up. Iron sheets. Now you can put cables and pipes and the like through iron walls, so yeah, this isn't a blocker for anything except oxygen. So yeah, so that's that bit done. I'm just gonna throw those in the corner. I'll just get the welder out. You do need to turn the welder on in order to be able to weld, basically, which you do just by hitting O. Turn it off by pressing O again. And moving on through, we have I mean, that should be alright. As a first room, that should be fine, I think. I won't have all the components just to finish off the building, but it's fine. This game gets quite complicated, actually. It's you can kind of see where the influences have come from. It's not just Space Station 13, which is one of the main influences, but it's also sort of Minecraft mods that allow for automation and the like. So we've got, you know, the cabling setups. If you want your power to run from here to over there, it isn't a case of just putting it on the same grid. You actually have to wire it in, and you use it with you kind of got these the power ports and the data ports, so you can run entire data systems that handle airlock control separate from the other systems. Right, I'm going to start getting things inside. It's not really necessary, but it's going to be rather useful for when I'm actually building the place to actually have this stuff nearby. And actually I can probably start putting in the airlock stuff. Well, let's put in the arc furnace first of all. I'm going to need that. Oh, I've put it in the wrong way around, haven't I? I mean, I can deal with that. That's fine. And an auto lathe, which is basically used to make the first bits of essential stuff. And then there's a few more machines that can kind of get added on as well. Let's haul this one inside, because this one does have my, like, all the stuff for putting in vents, and I've got stuck. Come on, let's get that through the... Might be easier if I actually just close the lid. Let's do that. And let's get halfway in. There we go. I need to put it on this side because I'm going to be putting these... Well, I can just put it there for now because I'm going to be working on it. Right, so battery cell charger. Well, we're going to need one of them. Let's put that one down here. Right. Now the way that I set this one up, so I need an active vent. You can only put active vents on iron frame structures directly, but you can put them on the floor. You can just put it on the floor actually, and then this needs to be rotated. Does it? I'm going to rotate it around by one. Like that. So I've got my power at the front, so I can rig into that. And then... yeah, and then the pipes go in the back. Where are my pipes? Nope. Corner. That's what I wanted to do. I'm just going to stick it straight through that wall. Bang, done. This is literally my first airlock, as it were. I can also put in a console. I'm not hugely knowledgeable on this thing, but let's put it that way around. The airlock control goes in there. The data disk, I think you do that, and then, is it right click? I can't remember. Then that can go in that side. Just need the sheets then. And that sort of assembles the console into a workable console. Let's do that. Just so that we've got, you know, one to haul outside. The rest of it I don't really need at the moment. Construction kit sensors. I think these... oh, it's a daylight sensor. Ooh, okay. Oh right, no, it's a normal sensor. So a daylight sensor. So these kind of hook into logic systems to be able to do things. So theoretically, you could build a sensor in so that when it's daylight, it does something. Or, you know, if no oxygen is detected in an area, then close a door. That sort of thing. It's going to get quite complicated. As time goes on. Alright. For now, I'm going to haul these construction components inside. Let's shove them over there for the moment. Need to wire all this up, and then I need to go mining for some bits and pieces. So Let's get this. We need a cable junction there, and then that just spins round into a corner, so that will charge my batteries. And then this main line will split into a cable junction. I'm just gonna split that into another cable junction there. So we've got a little bit of expansion. As for this one, which I managed to put in a really stupid place, that may have to come out. I'm gonna have to pull it out and replace it. Let's put power at the front. Yeah, and I can still get around behind it that way. Yeah, that's fine. Let's get that in. There we go. Everything is now, or at least the basics are now in place for me to be able to do some useful things. So let's go mining. I need to get my mining belt, which is in my suit, I believe. Yeah, here we go. And if I hit R, I can get the tool out of it. Don't need that for the moment. Leave that in. No, I need the mining drill. I don't need the mining belt. Well, I do, but yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Right, so we need some iron. Let's turn that on. It's sort of it's got a sort of a vein system like Stationeers, where you kind of can dig down and find a little bit more in a voxel terrain type of thing. So that's charging because that one is on, but what I need to get is some coal. So that's a really good way of getting better power, basically. That's more iron. I had loads of coal on my last one. This time I seem to have loads of iron. I mean, I've got copper nearby, which isn't bad. But that's nickel. That's copper with some iron nearby. Coal. Okay. Let's get this out. Right, I think 33 is probably alright for now. That will at least charge my battery up a little. Now, where was my crater? Over there, was it? Yep, there we go. Whee! Right. Let's get this into here. Turn that on. Turn that on, and then you should be able to activate it. Well, what do you mean device isn't powered? Should be. That's coming out of there, that's going into there. That's going into there. Oh wait, yeah, I actually need to turn it on rather than walk up to it and turn it off. Right, should be able to do that now. Right, this is going to heat up the room. If this was a sealed structure, we would actually see a little bit of heat rate rising up a little. And certainly with more advanced furnaces, I believe you do actually have to manage the heat in some way. You know, ditch it out of the space station or something. As it stands though, we've just got a basic one here, basic arc furnace. It's not going to heat up the room too badly. We don't need to really worry about it too much. Now, what I need though, I'll just make a chute. Just because it is a little irritating to kind of move things around. So what I need about what 3 chutes. 2 more chutes. That should theoretically just automatically put iron into here, I would think. Yeah, there we go. Make life a little easier for ourselves. Okay, let's also get up some walls. I think it's the walls. Yeah. Oh no, it's not those ones because they can't create composite walls. It's that one, iron wall. So need what? 2, I think. I made 3 now. Oh well. Okay, let's put those in there. And oh yeah, we need to rig up the airlock stuff. Oh, we can do that. If I get the right one. I'm going to have a 4-way junction. Again, it's just a case of I'm going to be putting other machines in, so I may as well implement stuff to let stuff happen later on. Right, why isn't this going through the wall? Possibly because that's in the way. Oh. I'll just put a corner in. Didn't want to put a corner in. Let's get that out my switch with that. There we go, and then it's just a case of wiring up this bit. Boom. That should all be done now, so we can close our airlock, like so. yeah, it can do things like lock offs. I don't know. I'm gonna have to mess around with that a little bit more, I think. But this will actually vent. This will now work as an airlock. I do believe we're all nice and secure. This one won't currently work as a pressurized room because we need to finish off the ceiling. So let's just get that. But before I do, let's get a locker up. I'm going to put a nice locker in there so that I can move all of this stuff that's in construction supplies into a locker. Lockers have more space than these construction spaces. I don't know what stacker is. Stairs? No. Let's... Battery. I assume that's for making tools. Cable coils. Construction kit. Walls? No. Iron sheets is what I want. Yeah, 9 more iron sheets. That will do the trick. While we just put these in. Yep, so now we've got a nice locker with which we can put useful stuff into. Of course, it is quite dark in here. I think getting some lights in here would be nice, so we can see without needing the light thingy. But for right now, right, and now I need more iron sheets. Okay. Well, we can get those. That's easy enough. This doesn't work yet, so we can just leave these doors open. It is night. There's other things to do quickly. I want to get the locker full of useful stuff. Okay. Why is this locker not working? A bit odd. Oh, because I've done it. I've put it in too far back. There we go. Quite like to get this this crate out of here. Let's put that just there, will do, and the other one can come out now as well. The one thing that I do want to get inside at this point is actually there is some copper here. Let's get this copper out. Perfect. Close that up. Get rid of all the mess. And yes, we just need to get the oxygen tank in now. She's up here. the way that this works is we need to just grab hold of it and throw it down here. Right, so let's get it about, I know here is reasonably clear. So let's close the outer side, close the inner side, and now if we do this up to 50, this is now going to pressurize the room that we're in up to 50 kilopascals. I assume that's pascals. Pressure anyway. So this is going to pressurize this room. Now if we wanted to go outside, all we would need to do is open the airlock. That is going to equalize the pressure anyway. There's nothing really, it's not a Hellion style of pressurization yet anyway. So I can get away with a sloppy system here. So I can open that airlock, and then using that oxygen vent, I can basically suck all the air out of that room, put it into the pipes, and it should then theoretically come out into this room. I think that's how it works. It did seem to work in my experiments anyway. It does do things. Except that is going to be going out through all the holes, isn't it? It's not actually going to pressurize because this room isn't pressurizable. Let's just close that tank up. Because I forgot that actually I've got holes, and that all the oxygen is just going straight out of those holes again, so it won't pressurize at this stage. I need to get that iron sorted out. I don't know if there's any iron down here in the sort of the crater. I don't want to go too far from my crater because I may never find it again. That is a bit of a concern. The beacon sort of shines a light, so it's a bit wool actually. You know, we've got this airlock here in the middle of the crater. All we can see is the crater. We can't see anything else out there. And if you haven't read Wool, I do recommend it. It is a very good book. It sort of challenges this idea of what we see being real. You know, if you're given a window, how do you know that what's outside is actually what's outside? There is actually iron in that. There's iron in here actually. Let's use this. The other thing I need to find at some point is some gold, obviously. There are machines that do require gold, as well as... well, there's machines that require everything, really. It's not really yet. Right. I think I'm in the wrong crater. It kind of doesn't feel quite as cratery as my crater. And there's some copper, there's some gold down there. Where's my crater? Is this my... no, this really is not my crater. That's a hole. Where's my crater? This one? No, this isn't cratery enough. There's a lot of craters around here. Oh, this is silver. Okay. I'm hoping what I've got in my hand is actually iron. I don't see any flares. I kind of want the sun to come up. So I can find my way back. Like that's maybe over here. Yeah, there's my crater. Draw distance is a bit odd, but it's early days. This got released a couple of days ago, so. Right, let's get this iron on. You can see all the little particles coming off it. And the external temperature is rising. So does that go? No, I think it needs to finish its thing and then it's reasonably quick though, which is good. And of course, if you want to get your stuff out of here again, all you need to do is open the auto lathe and it will just sort of eject everything automatically. However, getting it back in could be interesting. So I don't actually have a way to get it back in without pulling this machine to pieces. So, no, not that one. It requires fairly specific tools to. Okay. Right. For the moment, I shouldn't need to be doing much with that. Right. At least I now know how I get that one off. Right. So I need iron sheets. Just a few. And I also need my welding tool. That should be adequate for now. For now. Right, we should now, theoretically, just turn that off, be able to close the outer, close the inner, should be alright with batteries, and then pressurize. Ah. The tank's empty. Right, I need to find a way of getting oxygen into here then. Okay. Theoretically, if I could get the mining belt to work. I think it's got to go into the belt slot, I believe. Or possibly not. I don't know if it's actually is it a tool, I wonder. No, it's not. However, my charge is getting quite low. Let's just switch these batteries out. And see if we can do some ice mining. See if this even works. I've got some oxide up here, I think. This is ice. do that. No mining belt to store it in. Got a mining belt. Let me just have a quick look. Take it out into your hand, then swap it with the belts. How? Usually, problem is that this. Most of the UI things are people moaning about them, Modern. This moaner might actually be a help. Oh, I've got to hold it. Okay. So if I do far... Oh. There we go. Right. Okay. So now, theoretically... So now I can go mining to my heart's content. Yep. So yeah, now we've got yeah. So what we did was we put ice into the arc furnace, and it's pressurized the room a little, not a huge amount, but a little, and then should be able to do active vent on, and that's going to now evacuate the air from this room, theoretically. So now it's just a case of get lots of ores. The UI isn't bad, I have to say, and there's been quite a lot of complaints all over the place. You know, oh, you know, person's being lazy, etc., etc. But once you get used to it, and somebody said, oh well, you shouldn't have to get used to it. Well, what am I meant to do? Complain about it incessantly? Complain about something that isn't really a problem, with the possibility that it might change at some point. No, just get used to the mechanic and move on. Yeah, there's an awful lot of complaints about it, and it's not a problem at all. You get used to it, you learn the system, and actually it's pretty decent all in all. I've got no problems with it. I don't really know why people moan about it. I'd rather just get used to the system than just have fun with it. Oh, I've got my jetpack on still. Let's see if we can get some iron before the sun... Yeah, let's get some copper, get some iron. Volatiles, just get all sorts of useful things before the sun goes down. There's some gold up here. What I need is some iron, really. Don't really need gold right now. Is this iron? I think this is iron. It looks like it. Yes. Yes, it is. I would love to find a bit of coal as well, because if I'm going to be doing this stuff, then I'm out of time, aren't I? Let's do a bit on the top. That's coal. I swear that's coal. Not a huge amount of coal, but it'll do for now. Let's get inside. Get this stuff. Okay, what do we need to start with? Well, probably be an idea to start with the ice. As soon as you put ice anywhere, it starts to deteriorate, it seems. So, what else do we have? I've got volatiles, but let's not. I'm not completely certain what they do yet. Bit more power in the system. Doing an awful lot better this time around. Despite the little accident with the thing. Right, actually, should be able to... It's not quite there yet, but yeah, the pressure, the outside pressure is actually an awful lot better now. So what else do I need to? I could make a door. Actually, probably want to start looking at building the hydraulic pipe bender, because that will give me access to better storage methods for my gases. So maybe that would be a good plan. Yeah, I'll just wait for this to finish. It's a good game. I am enjoying it. I like the systems. It's a space survival game that doesn't really force survival too much on you that I've seen so far. You can damage your spacesuit and you repair that with duct tape. And there are meant to be sort of more complicated stuff going on later on, automation, that sort of thing. But for now, you know, it's actually a pretty impressive game that's come out of Dean Hall's mind, and should put it through the chute. Let's make the hydraulic pipe bender now. Meanwhile, let's get that ore, whichever it is. That's some iron ore. What's that one? Might be more. Oh, it's just more iron ore. Well, I'm getting all the iron ore done, I think. So that will get me a hydraulic pipe bender, which, yeah, it's for gases, it's for just sort of useful stuff like that. I'm gonna just switch this battery out. Oh, my battery and that battery are actually the same at the moment. Oh, it lost power, so I'll redo that. Yes, those volatiles will just sort of deteriorate as soon as they come out the mining belt, it seems. Huge amount of glare for some reason. We'll get the hydraulic pipe bender up and then I'll probably end the video. I probably should switch that out. So yeah, you need the you need to have the mining belt on for certain things like volatiles and oxide. Other than that, you can just mine and pick it up, pick up the ores in your hand. It's a bit slower, but it means you can have your tools on your belt if you need them for whatever. I mean, I'm going to be doing some building in a moment, so I'll obviously need the tools ready to go. Interestingly, the pressurization has improved a little more. It does also seem that you can over-pressurize an area. So you kind of got the red and amber and your sort of tolerances, I guess. And then yellow and red on the other side, so you can probably over-pressurize an area, I would think. Which would be nice. It's sort of a nice little... it's a nice system with an awful lot of promise. It's not like Space Engineers, which has become it's kind of become a glorified game engine. So it provides you with a bunch of tools, and then you kind of make your own games within a game. Kind of like how Minecraft sort of ended up, the vanilla anyway. This feels like it's a game. Not a game within a game, it's just a game. And you can build, interesting space stations and the like. And then other people can come in and ruin them in interesting and hilarious ways. Because you can lock airlocks, for example. You can prevent people from accessing them through a sort of a main control terminal, which I think is kind of interesting. Should we just put it on top of what we've got now? I think so. Yeah, because then I can just... Yeah, so you can have things like pressure regulators, for example. Where was that thing? Yeah, so you can have a construction kit pressure regulator. So it might, I think that's the sort of thing that would tell you. I don't know, actually. I'm gonna have to have a bit of a mess around with things. I might stick this into creative mode. Actually, I think I can do that. Let's save this world. So actually, we're doing quite well. I'm gonna save it as the apocalypse one. Yeah, overwrite that one because I wasn't doing great with that. Let's leave this session. Exit that. If I go into this one, so this is a space station, I believe, but it's in the creative mode. Oh no, it's just in space and it's in the creative mode. I would assume, sort of. So you get the same systems. But I think if I hit F9, oh, Okay, that's just adding chemistry stations. Yeah, I'm not sure. This might be quite an interesting mode to sort of build in, but I thought I was actually going for a creative. Hold on, let me go into settings, controls. Left bracket, right bracket. Yes. So I've just picked up a torpedo. There's nothing to tell me what objects I'm actually spawning in though, which is slightly. So I'm just spawning in random objects at the moment. It doesn't seem to want to tell me. Isn't anything on the screen? No. So we've got a torpedo now, for some reason. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mess around, I think, with this mode a bit and just kind of see what I can actually do with the game, and you know, might sort of return once I've worked out some more bits and pieces. Toggle info. Aha! 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 So yeah. So you can build a mothership core. Yeah, there's a fair amount. It's a security camera. I would assume you can interesting. Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wander off now, and I'll mess around with this and see what comes out of it. But with that, I think I'll end this video here. So I'll say thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time when I can actually find